Resident Joe Biden is a foul stench of a human being. Not only has the puppet-in-chief of the free world reportedly defecated on himself on numerous occasions, his raucous flatulence has become an epic global embarrassment.
And cut critical healthcare programs or stop work on roads and bridges. So what does the human cost?
No one batted an eye when 8 women alleged that Biden either touched them inappropriately or violated their personal space in ways that made them uncomfortable.
I hear what they're saying. I understand it. And I'll be much more mindful. But I'll always believe governing, quite frankly, life for that matter, is about connecting with people.
While Tara Reade's recount of Biden's sexual assault would have blindsided any political legacy.
She says in 1993, Mr. Vice President, that you pinned her against the wall and reached under her clothing and penetrated her with your fingers. Would you please go on the record with the American people? Did you sexually assault Tara Reade?
No, it is not true. I'm saying unequivocally, it never happened. And it didn't. It never happened.
So we were alone in this corridor, and he said my name, and then the next thing I knew, he pushed me and up against the wall. He kind of moved his body towards me, and then he used his knee to separate my legs. He said, I want to f*** you. And he was whispering in my ear, and he was kissing me, and I was trying to get away from him. And then when I pulled away,
You're what?
He had taken his hands and put them down my skirt and taken one hand and penetrated me with his fingers.
But we now live in an era of total mind control where Biden can get away with anything, even the allegations of molesting his own daughter. A year ago, a diary of Ashley Biden surfaced and was confirmed as authentic by the New York Times and the FBI. In it, Ashley describes drug abuse and affairs as well as inappropriate showers with her father, Joe Biden. She also asks herself the question, "Have I been abused?" and replies with, "I think so."
When you look at these photographs that are disgusting and horrible, the Chinese have every single one of them. The Chinese have every single one of them, probably 10 times more. Because what the Chinese government has been doing, and a country was totally undefended against this, is setting Biden up, putting him in a position where he's totally compromised. They've now given him so much money, he's totally compromised. They now have pictures of his son doing things that I can't describe, some of which are illegal.
Apparently, this dark family secret isn't just relegated to Joe, as was evident in text messages from Hunter Biden over alleged family child abuse. The FBI and the U.S. Department of Justice for the Southern District of New York City will now cover it all up.
I woke up to a pre-dawn raid, banging on my door. I went to the door to answer the door, and there were 10 FBI agents with a battering ram, white blinding lights. They turned me around, handcuffed me, and threw me against the hallway. I was partially clothed in front of my neighbors. They confiscated my phone. They raided my apartment. On my phone were many of my reporters' notes, a lot of my sources unrelated to this story, and a lot of confidential donor information to our news organization.
The search warrant has misprison of a felony, accessory after the fact, and transporting material across state lines as the basis for raiding the home of a journalist and seizing his work papers and journalist notes.
But journalists everywhere have to rise up, because we broke no laws here. They could do it to me, they'll do it to anybody.
More recently, when Donald Trump's tax returns were stolen, did the DOJ go and the FBI go barging through the doors of journalists at the New York Times? Of course they didn't.
John Bound reporting.
We've got to get them vaccinated, and hopefully they will do it willingly.
So where is this coming from? People saying I'm now being forced to be vaccinated?
Get vaccinated.